Everything around you is energy, and whether you realize it or not, every environment you engage with is either feeding your energy or draining it. Some places, some people, some situations seem to lift you up, making you feel lighter, inspired, and at peace. Others feel heavy, exhausting, suffocating, like they are pulling you deeper into a space of negativity, fear, or stagnation, and yet most people spend their entire lives trapped in environments that are actively lowering their vibration, never realizing that their energy is being hijacked every single day.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
The truth is that toxic environments are not just stressful, they are dangerous. They shape your thoughts, your emotions, your frequency, and ultimately your entire life trajectory. If you remain in a low vibrational space for too long, you start to lose yourself. Your dreams feel further away, your energy feels depleted. You start accepting things you would have never tolerated before. Your mind becomes foggy, your confidence fades, and your motivation disappears. You start to feel stuck, but you can't explain why. You tell yourself it's just a phase, that you need to push through, that things will get better eventually. But they don't. Because the truth is, no matter how much inner work you do, if your external environment is constantly dragging you down, your vibration will remain low. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to thrive effortlessly while others struggle, even when they have the same resources, the same opportunities, the same potential? The difference is not in their abilities, it is in their energy. And that energy is either being supported or sabotaged by their environment. Imagine a plant trying to grow in toxic soil. It doesn't matter how much sunlight it gets, how much water it receives. If the soil is contaminated, the roots will never take hold. The plant will remain weak, struggling to survive. This is exactly what happens to people who stay in toxic environments. No matter how much personal growth they try to achieve, they are constantly being poisoned by the energy around them. This is why some people spend years working on themselves but never seem to break free from their struggles. Because they are trying to heal in the same environment that is making them sick. The most dangerous environments are not always obvious. Some are disguised as normal, as familiar, as comfortable. A workplace where negativity is the baseline, where people complain all day, where stress and pressure are celebrated as if they are signs of success. A home where tension lingers in the air, where people criticize more than they uplift, where love is conditional and energy is heavy. A social circle where conversations revolve around gossip, drama, and limitation, where no one is growing, where dreams are dismissed as unrealistic. These environments do not just affect you temporarily, they rewire your mind, your emotions, your reality. They keep you operating at a lower frequency, making you believe that this is just how life is supposed to feel. But deep down, you know something is off. You know you were meant for more. You feel it in your gut, in your soul. The question is, why do you stay? Most people remain stuck in toxic environments because they are afraid. Afraid of change, afraid of loneliness, afraid of the unknown. They convince themselves that it's not that bad, that they can handle it, that leaving would be too complicated, but the longer you stay, the more you lose yourself. Your energy adapts. to match the environment you are in. If you stay in a low vibrational space for too long, you start thinking low vibrational thoughts, feeling low vibrational emotions, living a low vibrational life. And the worst part? You don't even realize it's happening. It becomes your new normal. You stop questioning it. You stop remembering what it felt like to be free, to be energized, to be fully alive. You shrink yourself to fit into a space that was never meant for you. And in doing so, you betray your own soul. If your environment is keeping you stuck, draining your energy, suffocating your potential, the most important thing you can do is break free. But breaking free does not always mean physically leaving, at least not at first. It starts with an energetic shift. It starts with reclaiming your power. It starts with recognizing that you do not have to absorb the energy around you. You do not have to match the frequency of your environment. You do not have to surrender to the negativity, the fear, the limitation. You can rise above it. You can protect your energy. You can choose a higher vibration no matter where you are. The first step to breaking free is awareness. Pay attention to how your environment makes you feel. Notice the energy shift in your body when you enter a certain space, when you engage with certain people, when you spend time in certain places. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Does your energy expand or contract? Does your mind feel clear or clouded? Your body knows before your mind does. Listen to it. If something feels off, it is off. Stop ignoring the signals. Stop rationalizing your discomfort. Stop convincing yourself to stay in places that are killing your spirit. The second step is protecting your energy. If you cannot leave a toxic environment immediately, you must learn to shield yourself from it. Set boundaries. Limit your exposure to negativity. Do not engage in conversations that lower your vibration. Do not entertain thoughts that drain your energy. Be mindful of what you consume. Social media, news, entertainment, everything carries a frequency. Surround yourself with high vibrational influences, even if they are not physically present. Read books that elevate your mind. Listen to music that uplifts your soul. Follow people who inspire growth. Create a space of peace within yourself, no matter what chaos exists around you. The third step is expansion. Start making small shifts that align you with a higher frequency. Spend time in nature, meditate, journal, move your body, do things that make you feel alive. Connect with people who reflect the energy you want to embody. Seek out environments that nourish your spirit, even if you can only visit them temporarily. A different coffee shop, a new park, a quiet library. Anywhere that feels lighter, more aligned. The more time you spend in high vibrational spaces, the more you remember what it feels like to be in alignment. And the more you remember, the harder it becomes to tolerate anything less. The final step is making the decision. At some point you will have to choose, stay in the energy that is keeping you small, or step into the unknown and claim the life that is meant for you. This is where most people hesitate. They think, what if I leave and it doesn't get better? But the real question is, what if you stay and it never does? What if you spend your entire life shrinking into an environment that does not support your growth? What if you never experience the freedom, the peace, the expansion that is waiting for you on the other side of fear? Breaking free is not easy. It requires courage. It requires trust. It requires letting go of comfort and stepping into the unknown. But the moment you choose yourself fully, unapologetically, completely, everything begins to shift. Your energy rises, your mind clears, your path unfolds. You start attracting people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with your highest frequency. Life starts working for you instead of against you, and you realize that the only thing that was ever keeping you stuck was the illusion that you had no choice. But you do. You always have. The question is, will you choose freedom? The hidden energetic traps that keep you stuck are not always the obvious ones. They are subtle, insidious, woven into the fabric of your daily life so seamlessly that you don't even recognize them. They are the thoughts you have repeated so many times that they feel like truth. The beliefs that were never yours to begin with but have shaped your entire reality. The habits that drain you without you realizing. The people who keep you small while pretending to support you. These traps are dangerous because they disguise themselves as normal, as reasonable, as just the way things are. If you are not aware of them, they will keep you locked in a lower vibration indefinitely. No matter how much you try to grow, no matter how much effort you put into changing your life. The first and most destructive trap is the illusion of permanence. The belief that your current situation is fixed, that your environment cannot change, that you are stuck because of circumstances outside of your control. This belief keeps people in jobs they hate, in relationships that drain them, in places that suffocate them. They tell themselves that it's just how life is, that they have responsibilities, that they cannot afford to take risks. But this is a lie. Nothing in this world is permanent except the stories you keep telling yourself. The moment you decide that things can change, they do. The moment you stop arguing for your limitations, you dissolve them. The highest vibrational people are not those who had perfect circumstances. They are those who refuse to accept limitation as their truth. The second trap is low vibrational relationships disguised as loyalty. The people you surround yourself with are either lifting you or lowering you, expanding your energy or depleting it. But the problem is, most people mistake familiarity for connection. They hold on to relationships that no longer serve them out of guilt, obligation, or fear of being alone. They convince themselves that because they have history with someone, they must keep them in their lives, even when those people are toxic, even when they are constantly pulling them back into lower frequencies. Growth requires letting go. It requires being brutally honest about who is elevating your energy and who is keeping you in cycles of negativity, doubt, and stagnation. It is not your job to rescue people who refuse to grow. It is not your responsibility to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Some people will never meet you at your highest vibration because they are committed to staying at a lower one. And if you try to bring them with you, they will only pull you down. The hardest but most necessary decision you will ever make is to release the relationships that no longer align with the energy you are stepping into, not out of anger, not out of resentment, but out of love for yourself and respect for your own growth. The third trap is the addiction to suffering. Most people do not realize that they are emotionally addicted to struggle, to stress, to chaos. It is not their fault. It is what they have been conditioned to accept as normal. They are used to worrying, used to living in a constant state of fight or flight, and because the body and mind crave what is familiar, they unconsciously recreate the same stressful situations over and over again. They choose jobs that drain them, relationships that trigger them, routines that exhaust them, all because ease, peace, and abundance feel unfamiliar. The dangerous thing about this trap is that it makes you sabotage your own happiness without realizing it. The moment things start going well, you start looking for problems. The moment you feel peace, your mind starts searching for something to worry about. You create stress where there is none because struggle feels safer than the unknown. The only way to break free from this trap is to rewire your nervous system to accept ease as your new normal, to consciously choose peace even when your mind craves drama, to sit in stillness even when your body is restless, to remind yourself daily that suffering is not a requirement for success, that struggle is not a badge of honor, that life was never meant to be an endless fight. The fourth trap is environmental programming. The spaces you live in, the places you visit, the energy of your surroundings, all of these shape your vibration more than you realize. Most people underestimate how deeply their physical environment affects their thoughts, their emotions, their energy. A cluttered home creates a cluttered mind. A chaotic workspace breeds chaotic thinking. A toxic city, a draining neighborhood, a house filled with old energy. These things weigh on you, lower your frequency, keep you stuck. High vibrational people are intentional about where they spend their time. They create environments that support their energy. They cleanse their space, remove anything that carries stagnant or heavy energy, surround themselves with beauty, light, and nature. They do not stay in places that feel off, even if logic tells them they should, because they understand that energy is more powerful than reason. If a place feels constricting, it is lowering your vibration. If a space feels lifeless, it is draining you. If your home does not feel like a sanctuary, it is working against you. The more you elevate your energy, the more sensitive you become to environments that are not in alignment. And the more you listen to that feeling, the faster you rise. The fifth trap is mental noise. The endless cycle of overthinking, doubt, second-guessing. Most people live entirely in their minds, disconnected from their intuition, drowning in thoughts that do not serve them. They replay past mistakes, worry about the future, analyze every decision to the point of paralysis. This mental clutter is one of the biggest obstacles to raising your vibration because it keeps you trapped in lower frequencies of fear, anxiety, and doubt. High vibrational people do not waste energy on overthinking. They trust themselves. They make decisions quickly and move forward without looking back. They understand that clarity comes from action, not from endless analysis. They quiet their minds through meditation, deep breathing, presence. They do not let their thoughts control them. They control their thoughts. And because of that, their energy remains clear, strong, magnetic. Breaking free from these energetic traps requires radical self-awareness. It requires looking at every aspect of your life and asking, is this raising or lowering my vibration? Is this expanding or shrinking me? Is this fueling my growth or keeping me stuck? And then it requires the courage to make the necessary changes, to walk away from what no longer serves you, even when it's difficult. to release the habits, relationships, environments, and thought patterns that are keeping you in a lower frequency, to choose yourself fully and unapologetically, even when it means stepping into the unknown. Because the truth is, your highest vibration is waiting for you on the other side of everything you are afraid to let go of. And the moment you make the decision to rise, the entire universe conspires to meet you at your new frequency. The ultimate shift happens when you stop waiting for external circumstances to change and start reprogramming your mind and energy from within. Most people believe that transformation is something that happens to them, that they need a sign, a breakthrough, a stroke of luck to finally step into the life they desire. But the truth is, nothing outside of you is holding you back. The only thing keeping you from living at your highest vibration is the internal programming you have accepted as reality. Your mind is like a frequency transmitter, constantly sending out signals that shape the world around you. If those signals are wired for fear, doubt, limitation, and struggle, then no matter how hard you try to change your external life, it will always snap back to match the vibration you are emitting. The reason most people stay stuck is that they attempt to change their reality while keeping the same energetic blueprint. They try to manifest abundance while holding onto a scarcity mindset. They try to attract love while carrying the energy of unworthiness. They try to create success while vibrating at the frequency of doubt. And then they wonder why nothing changes. The highest vibrational people do not operate this way. They understand that the only way to shift their external world is to first shift their internal world. They do not wait for life to give them permission. They rewire themselves from the inside out. Reprogramming your mind starts with breaking the cycle of unconscious thought patterns. Most people do not think, they are being thought. Their minds run on autopilot, playing the same loops of worry, fear, and limitation that have been ingrained in them for years. They do not question these thoughts because they feel automatic, familiar, real. But just because a thought is familiar does not mean it is true. Every belief you hold is just a thought you have repeated enough times for it to become your reality. If you want to change your reality, you must change the thoughts that are creating it. This means developing an awareness of the mental loops that are shaping your energy. Pay attention to the thoughts that play in the background of your mind. Do they empower you or do they shrink you? Do they expand your possibilities or do they reinforce limitation? The moment you catch a thought that is lowering your vibration, interrupt it. Do not let it run unchecked. Replace it with a thought that aligns with the energy you want to embody. This is not about false positivity or pretending things are perfect. It is about training your mind to default to thoughts that elevate rather than diminish you. Words are another powerful tool in reprogramming your energy. Every word you speak carries a frequency that is either reinforcing your highest vibration or keeping you in a lower one. People who operate at a low frequency often speak in ways that affirm struggle, lack, and limitation. They say things like, "I can't afford it. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm just not lucky. I always mess things up." These statements are not just words. They are energetic commands, reinforcing the very reality they claim to want to escape. High vibrational people do not speak this way. They are intentional with their language because they know that their words are shaping their experience. Instead of saying, "I don't have enough," they say, "I am always attracting more than I need." Instead of saying, "I am stuck," they say, "I am in a phase of transformation." Instead of saying, "I never meet the right people," they say, "I am surrounded by supportive, high vibrational connections." Every word you speak is either strengthening your current frequency or shifting you into a higher one. Choose your words wisely because they are programming your reality in every moment. Your body is also a major factor in your vibration. Most people treat their energy as if it is separate from their physical state, but the two are deeply connected. If your body is sluggish, tense, or filled with stagnant energy, your vibration will reflect that. High-frequency people understand that movement, breath, and physical care are essential for maintaining a high vibration. They do not let their energy become stagnant. They move their bodies daily, whether through exercise, stretching, dancing, or simply walking in nature. They breathe deeply, consciously, using breath work to clear out stuck energy and replenish their life force. They nourish themselves with foods that are alive, vibrant, and high frequency. They do not fill their bodies with toxic substances, processed junk, or anything that lowers their energy. They treat their physical vessel as a sacred space, knowing that whatever they put into it directly affects their ability to operate at a high vibration. If you feel heavy, drained, or disconnected, look at what you are feeding your body, both physically and energetically. Everything you consume, food, media, conversations, emotions, either raises or lowers your frequency. Be intentional about what you allow into your system. Another key to reprogramming your energy is emotional mastery. Most people are controlled by their emotions without realizing it. They react impulsively to every trigger, allowing external events to dictate their internal state. They hold on to anger, resentment, and fear, unaware that these emotions are anchoring them in a lower vibration. High vibrational people do not suppress emotions, but they also do not let emotions control them. They observe their emotions with awareness, allowing them to move through but not take over. When anger arises, they do not let it spiral into destructive action. They acknowledge it, process it, and release it. When fear appears, they do not let it paralyze them. They lean into it, transmute it, and move forward anyway. Emotional mastery is not about never feeling negative emotions. It is about not attaching to them. It is about recognizing that emotions are energy in motion, meant to be felt, understood, and then let go. Holding on to heavy emotions keeps your vibration low, while processing and releasing them allows you to rise. Your energy is also shaped by the environments you expose yourself to. Most people underestimate how much their surroundings influence their vibration. A space filled with clutter, chaos, or stagnant energy will keep your mind and energy field in a low state. High vibrational people are intentional about their environments. They create spaces that feel light, expansive, and aligned with the energy they want to maintain. They cleanse their space regularly, removing anything that carries old, heavy energy. They surround themselves with beauty, nature, and high-frequency objects. They do not stay in places that drain them, even if logic tells them they should. If a place feels off, it is lowering their vibration. If an environment feels uninspiring, it is dimming their energy. Your surroundings are either fueling your expansion or keeping you stagnant. Be mindful of where you spend your time, because your environment is shaping you in ways you may not even realize. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to start living as if your highest self is already here. Most people delay their energy shift because they are waiting for external proof before they allow themselves to feel different. They wait for success before they feel successful, wait for love before they feel loved, wait for abundance before they feel abundant. But high vibrational people do not wait. They embody the energy of what they desire now, and because of that, their external reality rises to match their internal state. They do not hesitate to act like the person they are becoming. They move, think, speak, and live as if everything they desire is already real, and in doing so, they accelerate the manifestation of that reality. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. If you want abundance, start vibrating at the frequency of abundance before it physically arrives. If you want love, start radiating the energy of love before you meet the right person. If you want success, start carrying yourself like someone who is already successful. When you shift your energy first, reality has no choice but to follow. The ultimate shift is realizing that you are in control of your vibration at all times. No external event, no person, no circumstance has the power to dictate your frequency unless you allow it. The moment you stop reacting to life and start creating your energy intentionally, everything changes. You stop being a passive participant in your reality and become the architect of your experience. You stop waiting for external permission and start embodying the energy of the life you want to live. You stop aligning with struggle and start aligning with ease, flow, and expansion. And when you do, life begins to respond to you in ways that feel almost magical. Opportunities appear effortlessly. The right people gravitate toward you. Synchronicities become the norm. Everything starts working in your favor not because of luck, but because you finally raised your vibration to match the life that was always meant for you. The only question is, are you ready to step into your highest energy now? The moment you take full responsibility for your energy, everything shifts. Most people live as if their emotions, their thoughts, their frequency are dictated by external circumstances, as if they have no control over how they feel or what they attract. They wake up and immediately check their phone, absorbing whatever energy the world throws at them. They react to messages, to news, to social media, letting those inputs determine their mood for the day. They enter environments that drain them, engage in conversations that lower their vibration, consume information that fills their mind with fear and limitation, and then they wonder why life feels heavy, why their energy feels blocked, why they struggle to manifest what they desire. But those who operate at the highest vibration do not live this way. They do not let the outside world dictate their internal state. They decide how they want to feel, how they want to think, how they want to vibrate, and they protect that energy fiercely. They understand that their frequency is their responsibility, and because of that, they move through life as creators, not as reactors. The first step to mastering your vibration is awareness. Most people go through life completely unaware of the energy they are emitting and absorbing. They do not notice how certain environments make them feel, how certain conversations shift their mood, how certain thoughts trigger emotional responses that spiral into low-frequency states. But energy is always moving, always influencing, always shaping the reality around you. Pay attention to how you feel in every moment. Notice what expands you and what contracts you. Notice what raises your energy and what depletes it. The body always knows before the mind does. If something feels heavy, if something makes you feel small, if something drains you, that is your signal that it is lowering your vibration. Stop ignoring those signals. Stop rationalizing discomfort. Stop making excuses for staying in places, situations, and relationships that do not support your highest energy. The more you become aware of what affects your vibration, the more power you have to shift it. The second step is taking full control of your mental space. Most people allow their minds to run on autopilot, recycling the same thoughts over and over again, never questioning where those thoughts came from or whether they serve them. They wake up and immediately start worrying, overthinking, replaying past conversations, anticipating future problems. Their mind becomes an endless loop of limitation, doubt, and fear, keeping them locked in a low-frequency state without them even realizing it. But your thoughts are not just passive background noise. They are the foundation of your energy. Every thought you think is either lifting your vibration or lowering it. High vibrational people do not allow their minds to be filled with thoughts that do not serve them. They are intentional about what they focus on. They do not entertain doubt. They do not indulge in worry. They do not give power to thoughts that shrink their energy. They train their minds to default to thoughts that align with the frequency they want to embody. Every time a thought arises that does not match their highest energy, they replace it. They redirect their focus. They refuse to let their mental space be polluted with anything that does not elevate them. The third step is mastering emotional regulation. Most people are slaves to their emotions, reacting impulsively to whatever they feel in the moment, allowing external events to dictate their internal state. They let other people's moods affect them. They absorb negativity without realizing it. They hold on to past hurts and future anxieties as if they are permanent. But emotions are just energy in motion. They are meant to be felt, processed, and released, not held onto, not identified with, not carried as if they define you. High-frequency individuals do not suppress their emotions, but they also do not let emotions control them. They observe them. They feel them fully without attachment. When anger arises, they allow it to move through them without letting it consume them. When fear appears, they acknowledge it without letting it paralyze them. When sadness comes, they sit with it without letting it become their identity. They understand that emotions are temporary, that they are signals, that they do not have to dictate their vibration unless they choose to hold on to them. The ability to feel deeply without being controlled by emotion is one of the highest forms of energetic mastery. The fourth step is protecting your energy field. Everything you engage with carries a frequency, and most people are constantly exposing themselves to low vibrational influences without even realizing it. They consume media that fills their mind with fear. They engage in gossip that lowers their frequency. They listen to music that carries heavy energy. They surround themselves with people who drain them. Energy is contagious. What you allow into your space, into your body, into your mind is shaping your vibration in every moment. If you are serious about raising your frequency, you must be ruthless about protecting your energy. Cut out anything that does not serve you. Stop watching content that fills you with fear and negativity. Stop engaging in conversations that pull you into low vibrations. Stop tolerating relationships that leave you feeling depleted. Surround yourself with high-frequency influences, books, music, people, places that elevate you, that inspire you, that make you feel more alive. Your energy is your most valuable asset. Guard it as if your entire reality depends on it, because it does. The fifth step is embodying the energy of your highest self now. Most people wait for external validation before they allow themselves to feel how they want to feel. They wait for success before they feel successful. Wait for love before they feel loved. Wait for abundance before they feel abundant. But this is why they stay stuck. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. If you want to attract love, you must first become love. If you want to attract abundance, you must first vibrate at the frequency of abundance. If you want to attract success, you must first embody the energy of success. High vibrational people do not wait for life to change before they shift their energy. They shift their energy first, and then life aligns to match it. They carry themselves as if they already have everything they desire, not from a place of delusion, but from a place of alignment. They know that the fastest way to manifest anything is to become the frequency of it now. The universe mirrors back whatever energy you emit. If you vibrate at the frequency of lack, you will receive more lack. If you vibrate at the frequency of love, you will receive more love. If you vibrate at the frequency of success, you will attract success effortlessly. The final step is living in a state of deep trust. Most people operate from fear, constantly trying to control every detail of their lives, worrying about outcomes, doubting their path. But this energy of control and doubt keeps them stuck. High vibrational people understand that life flows effortlessly when you trust. They do not force, they do not chase, they do not operate from desperation. They align their energy, they take inspired action, and then they let go. They trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. They trust that they are always being guided. They trust that what is meant for them will always find them. This trust allows them to remain in a high frequency, no matter what is happening externally. They do not react to temporary obstacles because they know that nothing can shake them out of alignment unless they allow it. They move through life with certainty, with clarity, with an unshakable knowing that they are always supported, and because of that, life responds to them in miraculous ways. The shift into your highest vibration is not something that happens in the future. It is a decision you make now. It is a choice in every moment to align with thoughts, emotions, and actions that elevate you rather than diminish you. It is a commitment to living in a frequency that matches the life you desire, even before that life has fully manifested. It is refusing to lower your energy for anything or anyone. It is stepping into your power fully, unapologetically, completely. The moment you make this decision, everything begins to change. Life starts working for you instead of against you. Opportunities appear effortlessly. The right people gravitate toward you. Synchronicities become the norm. Struggle disappears because you are no longer a match for it. Everything you desire begins to flow into your reality, not because you forced it, but because you finally aligned with it. And you realize that the life you were always meant to live was never outside of you. It was always waiting for you to rise to its frequency. The only question is, will you choose to vibrate at that level now?